All right, so welcome to another high probability trades. Today we'll be covering the NQ is the 117 session. In this video, this will be on YouTube, and then from there, there will be a member video breaking down at least one or two of these trades that'll be in the member section. So both those videos will be released at the same time. So if you see this on YouTube, you're a member in my training, go to the member section. We'll talk about specific entering on these trades. We'll take the two highest probability trades. So what are the lessons for today? It was a fight for the weekly open. The big chart 4, was the best to be watching for structure of the market. And the small tick did extremely well for precision entries. So let's go and jump over to the chart as we look at the chart here. And I thought that this should be, let me just actually make this. I don't know why the F11 button doesn't work. There we go. So here are your 5 probability trades. No trade was below, let's say, chart 3. So chart 3, the 60, the golden time frame, there was no there was no real good trade there. You could have, but you would have had to have been an expert trader. Remember, the videos for this video, I'm targeting the beginning to intermediate trader. There's tons of trades in here for an elite trader, but I'm trying to just focus on, look, if someone got 3 to 5 trades a day that are high probability, that's good for an intermediate trader and even a beginning trader. So the first trade of the day happened early in the session when it was making the high. If we look at here, we can see that the big tick level provided us with the exact information we needed to trade that trade, which was a fade trade. Once that fade trade went off pretty well, and our first target area would have been the momentum indicators, but it broke through and it came back and retested the indicators here. Retested. This trade is a high probability trade because of the big tick chart as well. It's another that, so really these two trades, if you were watching structure of the market and then using our entry chart here on the right, if you were using our entry chart, these two trades were probably the first one was a little bit, I would say, stressful. I'd say these first two trades are low stress trades. The third trade is the trade that would bring the most stress. And I hate even talking about it that way, but that's kind of the way to look at it. It's the most unquestionable trade that's still a high probability trade because you have multiple signals that are fighting against you. But here's the thing. You have multiple signals, but you're trading the system as designed. So yes, the 5-minute chart is a little bit of a questionable trade, but your trade decisions are made on other charts. It's the standard 4-chart setup that we're looking in the RDTS trade system. This is the trade that you'd have to, that doesn't correlate to the 5-minute chart, I should say. The next trade, a momentum long, trades and correlates with the 5-minute chart, but doesn't correlate to the other charts for your best entry area. But in the Rexstock trade system, the rules and how you enter around this area should be very clear. And if not, the series of videos I'm releasing here in the next week will reinforce all these foundations. You still could have caught this trade because the next place to enter this trade was right around 606. That was the next place to enter the trade. You don't have a lot of room to the 50% OR, but once it went above that, you know your next area up here is this level. And then as it exceeds that level and stays momentum and bias long, your next level would have been the opening range high. That's what I called earlier in the day. It never got there. It just kind of ranged right up above here, which then the day only gave you one more trade. This one more trade was you would have identified it as a reaction area on the 5-minute chart. You would have backed up at it as a reaction area on the golden time frame chart, the fast momentum indicator. And then as you go down to chart 4, you would see that this is an RDA test. So, and it's been kind of the first RDA. There's one RDA test. Here's the capture of the RDA and momentum. Here's the first RDA test, which was another great trade. And here's the second RDA test. And you it didn't move a lot. You would have liked to see it move up here to the opening range high, but it didn't get there. Like I said, today was really a fight for the weekly open. The opening range 50% was right at the weekly open. That's why you see a lot of fights right around there, a lot of reactions, a lot of uncertainty. That's the weekly open for the week. It does look like if there is a big pullback tomorrow in the session, but it gets bought by buyers, then I think we're going to see a green week. But there's some news here within the next 2 days of trading, or the next couple of days of trading, that we need to be aware of. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Members, there'll be a video that will be breaking down 2 of these trades, specifically talking about entries, where to put your stop losses, profit targets, and everything else.